Okay. Okay, here we go. So, first of all, welcome to this reading. If you've clicked on this reading, obviously something in the title has got you. What is this? Whoa, what does that mean? Sorry, I'm just, every now and then they change something. So, yeah, here we go. Clapback beyond clapback. So, something that happened today, something that happened yesterday, there was a death, and it wasn't like overly personal in my life, but it was personal in somebody else's life that I'm involved with. Well, not involved with, but, you know, like, it is somebody of importance of my life. And I feel like that death wasn't supposed, like, it was really supposed to be on her. And somehow it didn't happen. But then her familiar took the hit. So, I'm not gonna lie, I felt really bad for her to watch this happen. She had to watch something happen for the second time. And I don't feel like that was justified. I don't feel like she deserved to see something suffer. So, we got the demons out. This gone and pissed me off. So I'm busting out the big guns, because that's what you got to do sometimes when you're dealing with really shitty energy. So the Page of Pentacles, the Fool, and the Four of Cups. So the way that I see this is somebody wanted money and they wanted a new start. Okay. So they took something from you, which would be the Four of Cups. They didn't have anything coming in for them, or they couldn't see any new opportunities coming in for them, but they saw that you had something coming in for you. So they went, okay, well, if it's coming in for them, I'll just take it for them. I'll take their Page of Pentacles. I'll take this. Like, I don't know if somebody took, like, what you do for a living, right? Like, for instance, my mother started serving when she was like 50, and I stopped serving because of it. It was almost like she had to take the job for a bit, and in order for her to work that job, I had to sacrifice my job. It was really fucking weird, okay? So now we got the Nine of Pentacles with the Queen of Pentacles. So now she actually got what she wanted, okay? She got the money. Somehow she is doing something that you're supposed to be doing, or he is doing something you're supposed to be doing. 10 of Pentacles, but in reverse. Queen of Cups in reverse. King of Swords in reverse with the Nine of Wands. So from the looks of it, they are not going to, I think what their strategy was to get into some type of somebody's family business, or somebody had, something lined up for them through family or through people that they know because of the job that they do. And this person was like, okay, well, they're going to get this strictly because they're part of the family and they think they can do it. But I'm going to go to school secretly and I'm going to go and I'm going to get my certificate on this. So then once they think they're going to get it, I'm going to swoop in and I'm going to take it from them. It's like somebody was, I almost feel like they were in the way. Anything that you thought of, this person could have been like, well, that's my thought. And you were like, okay, I swear this person, I think was a friend. This person is only hanging out with me to get ideas. That's all they're doing. They're hanging out with me and they're figuring out my path and what I'm trying to do. And they're copying me. But they're doing it in a different way, if you just bought something new, say you bought like a new couch or something, they went out and bought a new bed. You went out and bought a new car, they went out and bought something, right? It's something like that. Like, I don't really know. I don't really know what was going on. I don't know if I've turned the chat off or not, but it is not saying anything. I don't know I know people are in the live, but I don't know. Did I turn the comments off? Because usually I have something that comes up and tells me that the comments are on, but I don't see anything. So I don't know if the comments are even on. Maybe they are, maybe they're not, but I don't know. Something looks really weird with the screen and it's throwing me off. And I feel like this is your life. It's like something is... You've looked at this scenario a million times. It's always shown you the same. And now all of a sudden you're looking at something and it's showing you something different. It looks different. Okay. And that's because something that you loved, okay, that you tried to do, somebody took away from you and then you stopped. It's like you forgot you liked it. You forgot you liked it because you're not doing it anymore. Right. So kind of just like slips out of your grip. And that's what they were hoping. They were hoping that you would forget about it, because then if you forgot about it, they could pick it up and do it and you wouldn't even notice. Right. Oh, but it's almost like they gave it a little bit of time too. Right. Like if you were a teacher, they wanted to do the same thing. They didn't necessarily advertise it. Right. Like they were a teacher, but in a different way. They didn't do it right away. They could have saw you lose a job and then were like snickering to themselves because they just got that position behind your back. Something like that. Like you have had somebody who really didn't like you. Queen of Cups in reverse. But it's not that they didn't like you. They were actually obsessed with you. Because a Queen of Cups, when she's in reverse and she's hanging upside down, seems to me like she's obsessed. She's unwilling to move. She's planted herself. She's seeing everything from the outside looking in or from the upside down. She's not seeing anything clearly. And that's what's making her stalk even more, because she can't see certain things clearly. I noticed today that a woman who's been doing massive amounts of witchcraft onto not only myself, but the community, her energy now is almost depleted. And I think it's because of this clapback spell that we did. And we clap back that energy. When your life is going, I mean, not perfect, but you're in a good position. You've got your own money. You've got a nice thing going for yourself, maybe a nice place to live, nice vehicle, something like that. You're planted in you. You've got what you need to survive. Then you meet somebody, okay? Somebody catches your eye, and then suddenly you start to lose those things. You lose your apartment, you lose your job, you lose your car, you lose your girlfriend, you start losing your friends, there goes your family. Something happened when you met that person. And it's almost as if people try to swap lives with other people. So I almost feel like this clapback spell, whoever has noticed, this isn't my life. This isn't what I created for myself. This isn't my karma. This isn't what I was living. This is somebody else's nightmare. This is somebody did this to me. Somebody put me somewhere. And this wasn't my life. This wasn't what I asked for. This isn't what I was working towards. I got manipulated into this. That's this clapback spell. Something could have happened to you 10 years ago. You lost out on something. And it's because somebody saw you as a way to make money. Okay. They saw you as a fresh new beginning for them, but it wasn't an offer for them, which means that's why it's so vindictive, because they took something that wasn't theirs. And then if it's not theirs and they take it, then they have to try to manipulate it to keep it with them. Right? People who steal energy have to use a lot more force to keep it in their life than something that you manifest that comes into it because you've made the room for it. Right? We live in a world where people decide to play God and they decide to play karma. They decide that they don't like you. So they're going to take your ability to make money away from you and use it for themselves. And that's not just deceitful. That is beyond abuse. And it's so abusive, in fact, that people deserve to go to jail for manipulation. They should. They deserve to go to jail and feel what it's like to be under somebody else's grasp, somebody else's frame of mind, because now they're under prison rules, right? People who think that they can just kill you off, make it so you don't exist anymore. Those people have that karma to pay for one day. And they might lose their familiar. If they took your familiar, they're going to lose their mom, their dad, their sister, their brother, I don't really feel like their nieces and nephews, because their nieces and nephews would be put on them as burdens. They will lose every single person that supported them in their life, whether it's death as in like stop the heart, or it's death as in people transition and never come back into your life again because they realize that you're fucking dirty, rotten fucking piece of shit and they don't want to be around your energy, right? There are Queen of Pentacles out there that use their cups, they use their emotions to get the money. And that's it. They're only interested in the money. And they will take a fool's journey from them every time in order to get that money, in order to keep themselves planted. So then they've got their Nine of Pentacles and it looks like they've got their independent life, but they're married with a husband, so they're not independent. Anybody that tells you that they're independent in their relationship, they are lying. They are in a codependent relationship. They are married, which means they are 50-50. They are not independent in their 50-50 relationship. Whether or not it's 50-50 or not, they still have a partner. They're still in a partnership, which means they're not independent. The second they sign a contract, their independence is gone, right? They immediately, that's what a contract does. It staples you onto somebody else. It puts your blood into somebody else, and it says you two are now together. Till death do you part. Literally, I mean, you're only supposed to get divorced unless you die or somebody dies. Divorce isn't somebody's easy way out so then they can go find somebody else to prey on. Divorce is there when people decide that they want to change gender, when people decide that they want to be a cheating, narcissistic piece of shit, right? Adultery matters. You cheat in your relationship, in your contracted relationship. You best believe the universe knows about that. It does not matter how many plea bargains you give yourself, how many, he beat me one day, so I'm going to go fuck his best friend. It doesn't matter how many times you say, I'm going to break the law, I'm going to break this contract, but it's okay, I'm allowed. You're telling the universe, it's okay, you're special, you're allowed to break the contract, but nobody else can. You're not special. And if you want to be special, then you better be careful with what you wish for. Because if you want to be special, that means you're going to become special needs. Special people get special treatment. Not, I'm entitled, I'm daddy's little girl, I get to get whatever I want. No. Not when you're playing in the big field, bitch. When you get into prison, it's prison rules. You steal from somebody in prison, you become their bitch. They're allowed to do whatever the fuck they want to do to you. It's prison rules now, bitch, right? If someone's got to come up because you're clapping back at them because they won't leave you alone. So you clap back the energy, you send it all back to them, and then they think they can come back on your property again and throw it back on. They've got another thing coming. Right? That's not really how clapbacks work. They can't put negative energy out there. You clap it back and then they clap it back to you. No. It's not really like that. Energy kind of sticks on you like molasses. You can't just really get it off unless it doesn't want to be there because it doesn't have any right to be there. Magic has laws in itself as well, right? It has to abide by those laws and it has to stay within its restrictions. When people choose to bend those rules, they choose to bend karma. You bend karma, you gone and fucked with the fucking equilibrium of justice, right? You've hit in the backbone of justice. You fucked that justice backbone. You scoliosis that bitch. I can probably almost guarantee you're going to be in a 5x5 cell at some point in your life. And it doesn't matter if it doesn't actually look like a prison cell. It could just look like a room with a bed, but you can't get out of it because you broke your back. Because you gone and fucked with people that you shouldn't have. So don't be surprised if you do have scoliosis. Don't be surprised if there are things wrong with you. And it's because this person used you. You're working for them somewhere. You're producing money for them somewhere. Or they've taken the person that was supposed to produce money in your life for themselves. Because they knew it was never going to come for them, 4 of Cups. Or if it ever did come for them, they were never going to see it because they're not looking forward. They're not looking in the future. They're going around and they're looking at everybody else's life. They're trying to figure out who they want to be next, who they want to chameleon to, who they want to look like next. And then they'll find the husband, they'll find the spouse that looks identical to that new life and poof, now they're in it. And they're living it again. And now you just lost your apartment and your car for them to go and get another life. I would say if you're broke and living in horrible conditions, this clapback is going to change your life. And you're not going to let these people do this again because of the conditions that you have been living in. Hey, this person thinks that they know depression. They think they know despair. They think they know what it's like to have nothing. And the world is going to teach them, you're going to figure out what it's like to have nothing. You think you know, but thinking is not actually knowing. Oh, I think I can handle that. Oh, I think I can do that. Thinking is not knowing. And this person also could have been really sloppy with their magic and said, like, I'm pretty sure I can do this. I'm pretty sure I can do this. I don't really believe in magic, but I'm pretty sure I can do this. So it's almost like they're testing the boundaries of magic by fucking people's lives up. Like, oh my God. Like, what is going to happen to this person for doing this? Honestly, what is going to happen to them? If you can give it to me in this deck, I don't really know. Ha! That's the thing. They're preparing. They are preparing right now to get this brand new phase in their life. They did something in this full moon. They're thinking that they're going to rise like the phoenix. They're going to rise from the ashes. They're going to get this whole brand new life. They have this faith. Okay, so the universe right now is duping them. Okay, they are setting them up right now to believe that somebody is falling in love with them. And it's making them feel better about everything they're doing because they're looking at a specific person. So the universe has picked somebody out on the internet and had them focus on this person. So then they think that they're going to get this positive outcome. And the reason why the universe is doing it is to see how far they're going to go. And also to kind of cock tease them. right? They're going to dangle somebody in front of them. And this person really thinks, all right, this is my chance. This is my chance. I can get another start. I can get another relationship. I can get out of here. I don't have to hold on to this anymore, right? I can move on. I can fight this person away and get my next marriage, get my next friendship, get my next job, get my next something, my next, because they're playing off of your nexus. They're playing off of the next things that are coming into your life. And they're used to these things coming into their life because they would steal so much from you. But now that they don't have the energy, they don't have the alchemy, they don't have anybody working with them anymore, the universe has finally decided to shut them down. So they focus somebody, they put somebody in their view, right? And it's allowing them to think a false hope, which is honestly, I don't know about you, but that's kind of like revenge is served best cold. You know, like really, you think you're going to get this amazing, heartfelt, like, you know, like, oh my God, passionate, in love kind of relationship after you've been purposely hurting and manipulating energy. And the universe is like, oh, by the way, yeah, your boat's not going anywhere. It's actually going to sink. Maybe they're lining up somebody. Maybe this person likes to be an adulteress. They like to cheat on their husband. They like to cheat on somebody that they're married to. Their spouse could be setting them up. And if you think your spouse is cheating on you, you know, the best thing to do is set them up. You know, they go out with their boys, set somebody up, you know, like have somebody that they've never seen from work, you know, come over and hit on them. Like send them a Facebook message. Right? Line them up. Do you know how fucking awesome it is to set your boyfriend up or your girlfriend up that you think is cheating on you? And then you actually find out they are cheating on you, because the universe is a beautiful thing and it will clap back at these people that are taking marriage vows and taking them with a pill of Valium and going, fuck it. I'm allowed to do whatever I want. I'm married. Nobody can tell me anything. Actually, the laws tell you that you're not supposed to do that. There's a reason why, because assholes like you exist and they fuck the world up, right? So their boat's not going anywhere. Their boat is going to sink. They think they're going to rise and get away and get this whole new life. But really, oh my God, honestly, they're running straight towards the worst karmic relationship that is going to ruin their lives. I'm telling you, they're going to get set up. They're going to get set up and their spouse is going to find out what they're doing. And I almost think their spouse has actually helped them, okay? Helped them with new starts, helped them see things that they couldn't see because they're a good person. And that's why the universe now is like, you don't deserve to see the wrath of this person anymore. You don't deserve to be living this lie with this person that you think is this great person that loves you when really they don't. They don't. Look at this. Paradise in reverse with healing heart. This person's making your life a living hell. They have no interest in healing. They're not healing. If they say they're at home healing, they're not. They're gossiping. They're sitting on TV. They're doing everything they can but heal. I just honestly watched some chick just sitting on the couch wrapped up in blankets, just farting all day and fucking making fun of YouTube videos and people like me that are at home and busting their ass, working 2 jobs, trying to get their life purpose and mission on track. They're at home sitting and laughing and going, oh yeah, look at this idiot trying. Look at this idiot trying. Yeah, because all those idiots that are trying that person's mocking, she's just looking for her next victim. Now oh man, do you remember that movie Taking Lives? So there was this movie back in the day with Ethan Hawke and Angelina Jolie, and Ethan Hawke is a serial killer and he is a chameleon. And I spoke of this person as a chameleon, of which life they're going to go and pick next. What neighbor do they suddenly want to become? Right? It's like they're looking at people's lives, and that's what Ethan Hawke does, is he takes on people's identities and lives out their life for like 6 to 8 months, uses up all their credit, and then moves to the next person, right? And that's what serial people do, right? This is a serial copycat. Okay, this is somebody who is mocking you, right? They're mocking you. They're making you look like a fool. And every time you go to work, every time you leave the house, they're probably crying or they're sniffling and they're going, oh, thanks for giving me this time off, honey. And then as soon as you leave their house, they take off and they've got their normal clothes on and they're calling their friends and they're like, I got the day off again because daddy went to work and mommy's at home fucking lying about having post-traumatic stress disorder right now because I don't want to fucking work because I don't deserve to work. Yeah, I'm a mother, right? Like, what is he thinking? I actually have to go to work. I'm a mother. I married him. He can go to work and pay all the bills. You know what's awesome? I just saw set up some cameras. I love when I tell people to set up cameras. Or if you don't want to set up cameras because you don't really care what they're doing, set up some like two-way hearing devices. Well, not two-way. I mean, if you want her to eventually hear you, awesome. If not, I would set some microphones up in the house. Listen to what this bitch is saying when you leave work. You know what I mean? And then actually, this reminds me, this video of this chick went viral. She put up this video of every single thing she does not do as a married woman. She does not pay the rent. She does not take care of her husband. She does not do her husband's laundry. She does not pay any bill. If they're short on rent, he can fucking sleep outside. Like what this woman said about her husband, and then her husband saw that video and went, oh, you think you can just talk shit? You think this is a life of luxury? You think I'm working fucking 50 hours a week for you to put this bullshit on the internet and make me look like less of a man? Booted her out. All of a sudden she was making videos. Oh, he booted me out. I've got nowhere to go. Where am I supposed to go? I don't know. Maybe you and your mouth should have thought of that. Women have no idea how fucking good they got it, even if they got a man that says they can stay home for one fucking day. You have no fucking idea how good it is to have a man that even comes home to you. And then these bitches are taking the good ones and ruining them. And that's what they want to do. They want to ruin them for you and I. You and I who have gone above and beyond to make sure that they become the best wives out there, the best supportive team, the woman you want to come home to, the woman that you're looking to actually do things with, the woman that keeps herself in shape, that isn't looking to just get a ring or get knocked up by you, right? We're the good women. And all those men are being taken and spoiled and soiled by these disgusting entitled bitches that say, I deserve it. It's me. I deserve it. That's what they did back then. Okay. Men went to work and women stayed home. What's the difference now? The difference is bills are 3/4 of the price. Difference is infiltrate, whatever you call that. Difference is it's 2024. Difference is, I don't know, maybe people believed in the baby boom. They believed that you had to go and work a factory job while the woman stayed at home, taking pictures of herself vacuuming. Honestly, I mean, times really haven't changed. And the more women are finding that they have to be out there and they have to work, the more they're getting pissed off. I'm sorry, I thought the revolution was what you wanted. I thought you wanted to go to work. Now you want to sit at home, collect pokey, gain weight, watch Instagram videos all day? Right? It's like women have ruined everything. They've trashed themselves and they wonder why their guys go out and fuck other people. They wonder why their husbands never come home because entitled bratty bitches, and they're ruining this shit for us. And that's why this clapback, honestly, it's working. It's working because we have to clap back at these bitches. We have to get these bitches out of these houses that are keeping our men from us, keeping our partners from us, keeping our divine partners from us, our Libras from us, right? Our justice, our karmic partnerships that we're supposed to be with. Here they are chasing them around. They're chasing your karmic relationships. And what those karmic relationships are doing to them is, I mean, the karma alone that they are building, it's almost like the dharma that they're building against them, this darkness that's going to come back if they don't let these prisoners go, if they don't let these people go, if they don't understand that what they're doing means that you've got to go out and get a fucking job and pay your bills yourself. I don't really know what to say. I mean, I feel bad for the majority of women out there that are those independent women that have been doing it for so long by themselves because every single dude they meet either has a secret wife at home or doesn't even know how to be on time and dress properly, let alone carry out a fucking functionable relationship. Like there was this one guy, I couldn't even have a conversation with him. Like I literally could not speak to him, but he was hot. And that's what he thought, you know, like I'm good looking. It'll be okay. I'm good looking. Not if I can't speak to you. Not if I can have an intellectual conversation with you. This isn't about, okay, well, now we're in a relationship so we can stop trying. Like, that's what a lot of these bitches do. They don't want to try. They barely want to brush their hair. You know what I mean? They don't want to wipe their ass. They don't want to do anything. And those were unfortunately the result of the 40s baby boomers coming back, having kids because their parents had kids, but really their parents didn't want to have kids, and they didn't want to have kids, and now we're the suffering because of that. And we have to break that misery, or have our children break that misery, to not just have children because society said you should expand, have kids because it looks like you're mature then. It looks like you've grown up. Doesn't my pubic hair also look like I've grown up? Or are we just going to negate that? We're just going to forget about that? Yeah. Shit. Okay. Because I don't make enough money? Okay. Shit. People are so stupid. Honestly, every now and then, like I said, if you're having like a really bad life, okay, it's not just one bad cycle. It's 1,500 bad cycles, back to back, back to back. I suggest you just start clapping back. Just see what it does. See what it does. Start driving by some people's houses, flick them a third eye, and say to the universe, if there's something that motherfucker took that lived in that house, there is something there that somebody stole from me that I want it back. This is how you flick the third eye. I was taught by an Italian woman who was taught for centuries upon centuries, if somebody's doing something to you, you don't like it, first thing you do is throw that third eye. So I tested it right away. We were in Cuba. I was talking to this lady, and this lady was staring at me. Okay. To the point where I was like, okay, listen, I know I'm good looking, but like, you have to stop staring at me. And I was starting to get that like that message of like her starting to like tear up my body, like, oh, I would put tattoos here. And I would definitely have bigger boobs than her, but I like her legs. Like, I started to just hear what this fucking woman was saying in her head. And I go, Franca, I'm going to third eye her. And she goes, oh my God, do it. So I'm standing on the beach. You have to be facing, like, you don't have to be facing the person, but the third eye, okay, when you flick, technically it's like the devil horns, whatever. It has to be towards that person, okay? It has to be towards that person. If they've done something to you, like to your back, flick their back. Because if they're doing something to your face, flick their face. They're doing shit behind your back, flick their back. I flicked this girl. I couldn't stand her staring at me anymore. Literally 10 seconds later, not even. She stands up, she picks her beach chair up, and she pulls it back. And she laid down, I couldn't see her anymore. And I was like, oh my God, Franca, she's moving. And she goes, I told you. She goes, my mother doesn't lie. And my grandmother doesn't lie. And my grandmother's grandmother doesn't lie. And my grandmother's grandmother's grandmother doesn't lie. And I was like, no, you do not lie, my lady, because that worked in 10 seconds. And then my boss, she was flipping me something else the other night at work, and she does shit to herself, right? Because she overloads herself and she abuses herself, which is what a lot of people do. So I flicked her the third eye, and in that minute or two, I just went, fucking leave me alone. Like, that's why I said, leave me alone. Stop sending me shit. I'm done with you. I want to work. I'm here to work. And she goes, she was cleaning off tables. She was rushing around. She comes into the back and she goes, oh my God, I was just wiping off a table and some mystery liquid jumped into my mouth. And I was like, okay, that's what you get for talking some shit behind my back like I fucking knew you did. And then 5 minutes after that, she's taking a drink from her water, I was going to say from her water fountain, but that would be her water bottle. And she sprayed water all over herself. She was like, oh my God, there's water all over me. And I go, what the fuck did you just do? She goes, all I did was open up my water bottle. And really, what my question to her was, what the fuck did you do? Meaning, what did you do to just get some mystery water spilled all over you, including right into your mouth? It works. And it will clap back against you if you go start flipping people off when they haven't done anything to you. You have to do it to somebody who's purposely causing you harm. who you can feel is either drilling you in the back, causing you harm, staring at you too much, is just being unnecessary. Sometimes it's okay to use magic to get people to go back into their own life. Right? And sometimes the world will do that too. If people are concentrating way too much on the outside world and not enough on their own life, they will give them something in their life to start to pay attention to. Because now the universe is going like, well, we can't trust them with nothing to do. So now we've got to give them something to do all the time. Like, the universe doesn't trust you when you're getting jobs to do in your spare time because they don't trust you being out by yourself. I love spirit. I love when people get in trouble, because the universe gets them in trouble. And you won't really know that they got in trouble because when people get in trouble, they don't tend to advertise it all over Facebook. Like, hey, I got pulled over today and ticketed fucking $500 for being an idiot. Right? But trust me, you might see if someone's doing something in your vicinity and you flip them that and you were right. You only know you're right if suddenly that person literally starts tripping over their feet. If they don't, then all you've done is flip them back what they're giving you. So if they're giving you good intention and good frame of mind and just goodness, if they're sending you greatness, then you flipping that third eye will just send that greatness back. Sucks for you because now you can't take that greatness into yourself anymore. You sent it back to them, but right? You learn your lesson on how to read energy around you because people send you a lot more energy to read than what they think because they're used to people not paying attention to them, right? Oh, it's like a friggin' heat wave where I am right now. Holy crap. I thank God I didn't put my air conditioner away. Woo! Something was like, put your air conditioner away. I was like, I don't think it's time yet. We live in Canada. That weather can change. Week later, it hit the 20s all week. Sometimes you hear really bad advice in your head. And it's almost like sabotage. You hear sabotage right away. Sabotage. You tell yourself to do something, they tell you to do something else. It's really sad, actually, to be honest. Okay, so we got the hawk. And I was driving. My sister was driving. We were on the highway. I saw a hawk sitting in a tree. I don't usually see hawk. Just sitting there, Seahawk, get it? I heard that. That used to be my favorite football team. Marshawn Lynch was my favorite player. Okay, here we go. There are many species of hawk, each with its own legend and associated folklore. The birds have symbolized healing, freedom, vision, and rebirth. In Egyptian mythology, Isis, the goddess of abundance and fertility, assumes the shape of a hawk as she gives birth to her son, Horus, who then dies and is reborn. She also becomes a hawk to join her husband, Osiris, in the underworld. Native Americans associate hawk with potent magic and use its feathers in healing rituals and in ceremonies to bring rain. Potent magic. Potent magic. So isn't this kind of like what I just said? So gives birth to her son Horus, who then dies and is reborn. That is like the story of the person I'm talking about. They want to die and be reborn into a new life that clearly you have given them. I don't know how many new lives you've given this person, but you have given them life, okay? And almost to join new husbands, right? And now I'm thinking, that is true. That's what that hawk told me. So somebody is doing this magic against you to try to get a new life out of you. They want a new life. They want to be reborn. They don't And that's what they think. You know, a lot of women, especially as I've gotten older with the career choice that I choose, you hear a lot of, you get a lot of hood rats, a lot of, cheap women. And this one woman is like, she's just prepared to be married for her whole life to whoever decides to marry her, whoever she decides to be married to at the time. And she just wants to cheat all the time. That's what she says. And it's just one of those things that the marriage isn't over until the guy ends it. And then once the guy ends it, she just finds another dude. And then she'll just go and sleep with the normal people that she goes and fucks. And that's what she calls a marriage. That's what she says is a marriage. And like, that to me is disgusting. Like, that's the women of the world that are taking over, are the women that are feeling like they can just have a man and then just go and fuck whoever they want. And that's a lot of men. Okay, well, I'll marry this woman, but I'm still going to have sex with whoever I want. Like, I mean, are people that desperate? Yeah, they will. They are. They will. Oh, my snake always falls. Oh my gosh. I have to move her enclosure. I have to do that today. She keeps falling. Oh, she's just so funny. Anyways, I don't need to talk about that anymore. My snake did that for a reason. She's going to go into shed soon, so she doesn't want to be touched. That's why I haven't had my snakes on for a while, because they are babies, and every 4 weeks they go into shed. But every 3 weeks, actually, they go into shed, and they will shed by the 4th week. And then they can't be touched for like 2 weeks while they shed. So this is like, also, I kind of feel like this clapback, always remember, the more clapbacks you do to this magic that's being done against you, it takes a while to see the outcome of that. Right? Like, it's not like, especially, I mean, sometimes my sister and I will go and we'll clap back at like 2 or 3 people. We have to remember that it's going to take now a couple weeks for that to come through, because people have done a lot of damage to me and her over the years, and they've stolen a lot of things, and they've done a lot of things. So we've got to go out and see these people that we haven't seen for a while and send that energy back to them that they put us through. Right? So, and remember that the more you do that, then 4141 on the clock is a mirror of 5-5 change. Things will change, but they will change comes slowly, and clapbacks happen slowly, because it's so much energy to move that if these people have stolen big items from you, like contracts, houses, lifetimes, cars, stuff like that, it is going to take a long time to get that stuff back to you. So you have to be patient when working with magic, right? Any magic that happens right away, it's usually dirty magic, or it's quick magic, right? Evil magic will happen fast, and simple magic can happen fast. But to manifest something is more complex, and it takes a while to do. It's like a seed, right? The universe has to plant it in its universe, right? And it has to make a plan for it. And that takes time. Just like anything in the world takes time. So does spells, so does crafting magic. So when these people do these things to us and send this energy out, and we have to reject it, send it back, right? It could take years before you even notice that they put that energy on you. Like yesterday during the live, somebody put something on me, and it made my head hurt. And you can hear it by the end. I'm like, I can't speak anymore because my head, my voice, like actually physically was starting to hurt my head. And then a few hours later, it was still there. It was like somebody put like something on top of my head, and I was laying in bed, and I'm like, hey, this doesn't feel right. So I did my spell 3 times and said, if somebody put something on me in the live, I need you to remove it and send it back to them immediately. Like, I don't want this. Take it off me. I said it 3 times, and my headache was gone. So it wasn't me. It wasn't my loud voice or whatever I heard in my head giving me a headache. Somebody didn't want to hear me, didn't want me to do that live yesterday, and just had me end it. But because their magic is so weak, right? I finish the live. Will always finish the message. I will never cop out unless my phone dies, which is very irresponsible of me. And I always check my battery before I go live. I will always finish the message. So their magic was so weak that it really didn't affect me until the end of the reading. And then as soon as I found out about it, as soon as I knew that this wasn't me, that this wasn't my head, that it wasn't because I was hungry or that I hadn't laid down or something, this was an outside source. I got it to go away within seconds. So who's powerful and who's not, right? There's a lot more things that you can do. Sure, people can send out hate, but you can also send it back to them. And they can't send it back to you. It's not a fucking tennis match. Once you send it back to them, it's done. It's over. Your door is shut. It's fucking game over, right? It doesn't get to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, right? Because people think they can play with magic. It doesn't happen that way. Okay, I think I'm actually going to end it at that. I was just trying to see if there was another message that was going to come through. And to be honest, there isn't another message, so I'm not going to do one. So basically, clapback spell, done, and wait for the rewards. Thanks for watching. Peace out.